Hello, everyone. This is Jacque McLaughlin, and I want to welcome you back to the Signals Room. Today, I want to talk about something that I've actually been thinking a lot about lately, and that is how we live in a time where there's never been more health information available. Every single day, we scroll past videos, podcasts, articles, newsletters, social media posts, all of them telling us what to eat, what supplements to take, what lab tests to order, or what the latest health trend happens to be. No, there's nothing wrong with that, but does it really help? Sometimes yes, sometimes no. On the surface, it sounds like a wonderful thing, but I've begun to wonder if all that information is actually making it harder for people to actually get results. You see, I don't think most people are suffering from a lack of information, at least not in this day. I think they're suffering from too much information. It's like the smorgasbord of choices, and now I'm confused and I don't know which one. One expert tells you to avoid carbohydrates. Another one tells you carbohydrates are essential. One says inflammation is the root of everything, and someone else says it's your hormones, and another person says it's stress, and somebody else says it's your gut. Before long, you start wondering, who do I believe? And the truth is, they could all be right. We're not all the same. What's true for one may not be true for the other. I understand that feeling because I've been studying natural wellness for more than 2 decades. I still enjoy learning. So I'm always looking at new things and examining arguments and presentations. But I know science continues to evolve, and so there is always something new to explore. But over the years, I've noticed something very interesting. The people who make the greatest progress, and I say that because I know I work with people to help them get that progress. And the people who make the greatest progress usually are not the ones who read the most books or listen to the most podcasts or take the most supplements. They're the ones who learn how to recognize the patterns in their own bodies. That's why I named my platform Signals Beneath the Surface. Signals, our bodies are constantly communicating with us. Fatigue is a signal. Digestive changes are a signal. Sleep problems are a signal. Recurring headaches, skin changes, joint discomfort, brain fog. None of these is necessarily telling us what's wrong, but they do tell us that our bodies are trying to get our attention. The challenge is that those signals don't exist in isolation. They're connected. We just might not know what they're connected to. When somebody comes to me, I don't immediately think about finding a product for a symptom. I'm listening for the story. How long has it been going on? What changed before it started? How is their sleep? How is their stress? What medications have they taken or are they taking? What does their nutrition look like? How are all of these pieces connected? That's a very different approach from chasing one symptom after another. And honestly, I think that's where many people become discouraged. They've tried one supplement after another, one diet after another, one protocol after another, not because those things were wrong, but because no one helped them understand how the pieces fit together specifically for them. Education is incredibly important. That's why I write articles. That's why I record this podcast. That's why I continue learning myself. But education has a purpose. Its purpose isn't simply to fill our heads with more thoughts and information. Its purpose is to help us make better decisions. Sometimes the right next step is reading another article, and sometimes it's about making one small lifestyle change. And sometimes the most valuable thing you can do is sit down with someone who can help connect the dots and see the bigger picture. No one else has your history. No one else has your combination of experiences, stressors, lifestyle, and health challenges. Your story is unique. And as I've shared before, I do not diagnose disease. I'm not a doctor. I don't replace your physician. My role is to help people think more clearly about the patterns they're seeing, ask better questions, and make more informed wellness decisions alongside the healthcare professionals that they trust. So I'd encourage you to become a student of your own body. Pay attention. Notice the patterns. Ask why. Your body is remarkably intelligent, and more often than not, it is communicating long before something shows up on a lab report or as a symptom. I want to thank you for spending this time with me today. And if you found this episode helpful, I'd love for you to share it with somebody who feels overwhelmed by the conflicting wellness information that is out there. And if you'd like more educational resources, articles, or information about scheduling a wellness consult, you'll find everything on my website. Until next time, stay curious, keep listening to your body's signals, and remember, sometimes the most important answers are the ones waiting just beneath the surface.